So in 2009, I just completed my high school. I started working for Cadbury Nigeria PLC as a sales representative. And I noticed that the security man at that time had a lot of books on his table that he was reading. In fact, these were self help books, books on how to make money, books on how to become a millionaire, how to become a better version of yourself, your career development books, and all of that. So, the group of young people that I was working alongside them had this conversation one time, and they were just mocking and laughing at the security man for having those books. They were like, how can you be reading? And the books were heavy, to be honest with you. I can't remember the names of the book, the title of the books right now, but they were, I mean, heavy, heavy books and all of that. So they were mocking and were like, the book hasn't changed you. You're a security man and you're reading books on how to become a millionaire. I was so disappointed in their conversation. And because I was much smaller, I couldn't say a word. Otherwise, these guys would deal with me. So, but I just kept quiet, but was really disgusted by the level of their mindset at that time. I started reading quite early in life, and I also know that the gradual process and the ability of the transformative power in reading. So, after a few years down the line, I just returned for something totally different, and I discovered that there's a hut, this store that has been carved out just by the gate. And when I inquired, I found out that this security man now owns that place and he's placed someone there. And what they offer is services such as printing, photocopy, they were doing scanning, selling recharge cards just by the gate. The reason he was able to leverage his time to read at the previous story that I was sharing was that the time that I was working there was because the only thing he does as a security man was to open up doors when the those working in there are arriving, and also close the door when they are exiting, when they're departing. So literally in between, he's not doing anything but sitting down and gisting. So he leveraged that time to read, to read, and that empowered him. A few years down the line, there's been a transformation. Before you know it, would have one store, two stores, three stores, four stores, five stores, and that's how wealth is created. Most times, the disdain, what is the bane of our generation, is that we want instant success. We want to make it overnight. We want to blow up just at once. These things happen gradually. Your parents didn't have all they had just once. It was a gradual process that before they became who they are today. So we must come to realize that. So I'm very sure right now that security man will be placed way higher than all of those guys who were mocking at him at at that time. You see that? I'll share another story with you. Um, I mean, please stay with me. I just want to get your mind to know that there's a need for self development. There's a need for growth. There's a need for you to think about invest in your skill, invest in your self development, invest in your personal growth, and that in itself, that's exactly what will make you become better in life and also place you where you want to be. The difference between what you're earning right now, what you want to earn, is a skill that you have. If you set yourself to acquire more skill, to put in the hard work, you realize that in few more years down the line, or few moments afterward, you'll be earning that much you want to earn. Another story I wanted to share with you was when I graduated from the university. had finished. Amongst all the university has a policy that all those who graduated in first class will be given employment, automatic employment. So it was no big deal, such that at our convocation, it was announced that we are all given automatic employment. A lot of people were saying congratulations, shaking, and all of that. Well, afterward, Daily Trust newspapers, some newspapers took it, published it. This so number of graduates of this university have been given automatic employment. And great, right? But the reality is that there was no employment given to us. A few months down the line, we went for youth service, completed youth service, no employment given. In fact, there was such a group association that was created. The people that graduated in first class came together, wrote to the VC, Vice Chancellor at that time, visited several times, trying to get their attention. Hey, the employment we were promised, this was published, we've not been given. Nothing. At some point, they were even thinking of, was it suing the school to court? I mean, where is our employment? I mean, the reason they were trying to sue was because we found out later on that these slots have been given to some other group of persons. You see that? But I could remember at that time, I told a friend, one of us amongst us, I told him, I said, you see, I'm not so much as, of course, it's painful to have heard that you've been given automatic employment and then the letters are not delivered to you. But there's something I told him. I said, I want to be so big. I want to so grow, so develop myself to the point that even when this employment is handed to me, I wouldn't accept it. I would have become better than being an assistant lecturer, a graduate assistant. I would have become so big and better than that position. And that's where I want to go to. And so I put in the hard work, started developing myself beyond my academic first class degree and put in the work. And of course, today I can boldly say that, I mean, it was just a few years afterward, I started earning more than my professors. Yes. So what I'm trying to say is that, I mean, not just in the delivering services, because I developed myself, got myself better, and of course, the grace of God was available to get me to where I got to, and where, of course, every day I'm still developing myself to go much higher than where I am at the moment. But the bottom line is that self-development is key. Even if that employment is handed to me right now, I wouldn't want to. I don't need it. I don't need it. You see that? I don't need it. I'm bigger than that position right now. So it's not pride. It's not anything. But I'm just trying to tell you that right then, when that process was going on, that denial is a blessing to me right now. It's a blessing. Who knows? One would have been stuck in that position, earning how much is it? Is it 100,000 or so? So the goal is not necessarily to shame whoever or whatever. What I'm trying to point out is that if you invest in yourself, if you it might not be instant. You will not become what you want to become today. You see, your mind needs to travel so far such that with time, your body will catch up with where your mind has gotten to. Right now, my body is at this position. But the reality is that what I'm reading and what I'm studying has taken my mind far beyond this position. It's only a matter of time before my body will catch up with where my mind has gotten to. You see that? And that's exactly how and what we should be and do at every point in time. Books, reading, investing in books, investing in self-development, trying to get more skill, acquire more skill. These things helps your mind to be transformed, helps to transform your mind, get your ideologies right, and take you to where your take you far beyond where you are. And with time, you realize that your body will catch up with where your mind had gotten to. So I encourage you today, and this is exactly what I want to share with you, to make up your mind that you're not going to be small. You're not going to be where you are at the moment. You might have probably made some mistakes and errors and made some wrong calculations, or been lazy, or didn't take opportunities when they presented themselves, but you still got time to correct all those wrongs. So there's much more ahead of you. There's much more lying in front of you. And I just made this video to share with you from the bottom of my heart, to tell you that the little that you're putting in, it might not so much as show up at once, but keep at what you're doing. With time, you'll become so much better than where you are at the moment. I hope to see you at the top, and I know that you are the best. See you next time. Bye for now.